Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Halloween is quickly approaching, so I have some really easy last-minute Halloween Dollar Tree DIYs to share with you. I'll be sharing some decor ideas that you can put together in minutes and some really simple ideas for a Halloween party. But before we get started, if you are new here, please do consider subscribing down below. This first idea is great for a Halloween party and takes no time at all, so I'm going to be using these window clings from Dollar Tree. I saw these and I thought that they would be perfect for a label for a bottle. So I'm actually going to be using 2 wine bottles, but you can use these even on an empty bottle from Dollar Tree and just fill it up with whatever you like. So the first thing I had to do was just remove the labels, and to do this, I just soak them in a big bowl of warm water and I add in a little bit of baking soda, about 5 to 10 tablespoons depending on how large your bowl is. So I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour and a half, and this will just help the labels soften a bit. That way you can easily scrub it off with some warm water and a sponge. So here they are, all clean, and they are ready for my window clings. And all you have to do is just pick out your favorite ones and they will adhere right to that bottle since it is glass. So for this one here, it was a nice tall bottle, so I picked out this one that says "Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun." And then for the other one, I went for a darker label since it was a red wine bottle. This is just such an easy and quick way to add a really fun touch to your Halloween party, or if you will be attending a Halloween party, this would be great to bring along as a hostess gift. Next, I just wanted to share one of my must-have items from Dollar Tree for Halloween, and it is this creepy cloth. So they actually sell this in a few different colors. I already had gray, so I went ahead and picked up 2 of this white color here. It's actually more of an off-white color, but this really adds so much Halloween flair to your home very easily. You can drape it over your couch, you can hang it in a doorway. I'm actually going to be using this in a DIY next. Here is the gray one that I have. I just laid this right across my kitchen table. Just such an easy way to add a spooky feeling to your home. Next, we are going to be making a really easy DIY. So I picked up these 4 coffin shaped wood pieces from Dollar Tree. I have 2 different designs here and 2 of each. And then I also picked up these wood pieces in the crafter square at Dollar Tree, and these are the ones that are 12 inches long each. To get started, I'm just going to remove the string at the top. Now I want to go ahead and just cover up those holes. So to do that, I'll be using this lightweight spackling from Dollar Tree. So you just want to take a little bit on your finger, cover up that hole, make sure it's enough to cover the whole hole. And it's okay if it's a little bit extra just like this, because once it is dry, you can just go ahead and take a sanding block, and this stuff sands down really easily. You just want to go ahead and just buff it in a circular motion until it is nice and flat. Our coffins are prepped, we can go ahead and assemble everything before we paint it. So I have my 2 pieces of wood from Dollar Tree. These are those 12-inch pieces. I have my 4 coffins, and then I also will be using some of these tumbling tower blocks, and you can usually find these in the toy area at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to be using 4 of them. You need 1 for each coffin. So to get started, I'm just going to be hot gluing everything together. So I hot glued my 2 12-inch pieces together. And now I want to hot glue my coffins onto our base piece here. And to do that, I'm going to be using the tumbling tower blocks just to act as a nice sturdy base to hot glue our coffin onto. Without this, it might be a little bit flimsy. So you'll see here, I'm actually going to be hot gluing everything in a bit of a staggered pattern. So for this one here that says trick or treat, I'm going to be hot gluing my block a little bit closer to the front of that base piece. And then once I had that hot glued on, I put a little bit more hot glue and then just added in my coffin. For my second coffin, I'm going to be taking that tumbling tower block and just hot gluing it all the way to the back of that base piece of wood. That way when I hot glue on my second coffin, it's going to be kind of just set back a bit, and this is really going to help your piece have a lot of dimension when it is finished. In my hot glue gun, I actually am using my Gorilla hot glue stick, so if you guys are familiar with my channel, you already know that these are by far my favorite, but I do love using these really for the wood projects as well, because on the cover of this package here, it does say that they bond wood. and I've always had really great results when I'm using these hot glue sticks, so I'm going to leave these ones linked down below. I just ordered them from Amazon. Now I'm just going to hot glue my other two coffins onto my base piece of wood the exact same way, using that tumbling tower block as my base. So I'll hot glue that on first and then just hot glue my coffin onto the tumbling tower block. This is it for the assembly, so now I just have to paint it, and I love spray paint, especially for large projects like this because it is so quick and easy. And this is the spray paint I'm going to be using today. It's the Rustoleum chalked spray paint in the charcoal color. I love this one for this project in particular because it's not quite black and it has a really cool appearance to it, which I think is perfect for a coffin or just a really spooky decoration. If I can find a link for this spray paint, I will leave it down below in the video description box. So here it was when it was all painted. I ended up doing one coat on the front and then one coat on the back. And if you need this DIY to be longer for your table, if you're doing a tablescape this season, it is really easy to customize. You can just go ahead and add in another base piece of wood and then a couple more coffins. I'm going to show you a really easy way to style these. So I'm just going to take that same cloth from Dollar Tree, the spooky cloth, and this is that same off-white color. The reason I wanted this one was because it almost looks like a spider web. And I'm going to be pairing these spider LED lights from Dollar Tree with that to kind of give it a really creepy look. So these ones don't come with batteries, but you can just add in your own AA batteries. And I tried to kind of nestle them into that cloth to really make it look like a scary spider web. I'm actually planning on putting this on my buffet table for my Halloween party. I thought that it would be a great centerpiece and just something fun to put all the food around. Next is one of the easiest DIYs ever. So I'm going to be using these 3 trick-or-treat bags from Dollar Tree. So these ones are actually kind of a fabric material. So as soon as I saw them, I knew that these would make great pillows, and these are going to be very quick and easy pillows. They are no sew. All you have to do is just remove that tag. I just cut off the straps. We're not going to need those. And all you're going to need is some Poly-Fil. So you can even get some Poly-Fil out of an old pillow if you're not using it anymore. I just tend to order really large boxes of this stuff because I'm always using it. So once I stuffed my trick-or-treat bag, for the pumpkin one, I actually did something a little bit different. This is the only one of these trick-or-treat bags that I did this with, but I did go ahead and peel up the stem up top. That way it can kind of peek above the pillow to give it a little bit of a fun 3D effect. And then I just hot glued the bag closed, and then once that was closed, I just put some more hot glue on the back of the bag and folded it over. That is it. You can seriously make these pillows in a few minutes. And these are large decor items, so these are going to give you a lot of bang for your buck. And if you don't want to use them inside, these are perfect to use outside on a porch, or if you just need some really fast Halloween decorations, these are the way to go. They're super vibrant and so much fun. When I saw these treat bags at Dollar Tree, I knew I had to incorporate them into a DIY because they are just so cute. So you get 4 in a pack. I'm just going to be using 2 for this DIY here. But all we're going to be doing is making some mini plush jack-o'-lanterns. These are great for a small area where you want to add some fun decor, maybe a tiered tray or a bookshelf. All you have to do is just put a little bit of Poly-Fil into your pumpkin bag, and then I'm just going to take some twine and wrap it around the rest of the bag up top. And this is just going to create a stem. Finished wrapping all the fabric, I just took my hot glue gun and put a little bit of hot glue and then just pushed that top piece of twine into it and then trimmed it off. You can also just tie this into a knot, but I thought the hot glue would be a really easy way to just secure it in place. And then I actually bent the stem a little bit just to give it some more character. And then for the second one here, I decided to do something a little bit different with the stem. I actually just took that extra fabric up top, I folded it over and then bunched it together. That way it would give it a bit of a shorter and stubbier stem just for a different look. Cover up the top with the twine. I did just add a little bit of hot glue and then just carefully press the twine into a circular pattern. And here is how they turned out, a really fun and easy DIY. I'm actually going to be using those same treat bags in this next DIY, and I will also be using some of these wood ghost shapes from Dollar Tree. So this pack here is actually kind of old. I've had this in my crafting stock, but they do have these this year, but this pack only has 5, and the new packs actually come with 8, which is really nice. I'm just going to be painting 3 of my ghosts here. Now you can use some white spray paint if you want to do something really quick. I love this white chalk paint, so I'm going to go ahead and just paint the front and the back and then just let them dry completely. We are going to be making a banner, so I do have some twine as well, and that is also from Dollar Tree. So now I'm just going to grab my treat bags and get them ready for the banner. So to do this, I'm just going to cut that top part of the bag off. Once I had that ready, I decided to trim off the top just a little bit, I would say 1.5 inches or so, because it was a little bit too long. I just cut a ducktail into the bottom of my pumpkin, and here's how it turned out. Going to making a small banner, so I only have 3 ghosts and 3 pumpkins, but you can definitely double this up if you want to make a longer banner. So the ghosts come with these little ties, so I'm going to go ahead and just add one of those to each one of my ghosts, and then I'm going to add that to a piece of twine to start my banner. And for the pumpkin, the way I wanted to attach it was actually just some hot glue, but you can also sew this on if you like. And the way I'm doing it is just folding the fabric over. And I don't want to glue the pumpkin to the twine because whenever I hang a banner, I like all the items to be able to move because I feel like I always have to adjust it just to get it right. So that way, if you hot glue it just to the fabric itself, you can still easily maneuver it on the twine. That way you can always just adjust it to how you want it to be. Actually planning on just doing the jack-o'-lantern and ghost, but then I remembered I had this fabric from Dollar Tree. So Dollar Tree around the holidays usually sells small pieces of fabric with different prints on it, and I forgot I had this one laying around, but I thought that this would be fun to incorporate into this banner. All I'm doing here is just cutting long strips, and then I'm just going to fold that in half and then cut it one more time just to have these smaller strips. And then I'm going to take one of the fabric pieces and just tie it into a loose knot in between each one of the pumpkins and ghost. And if you leave it kind of loose, you can still adjust it really easily. And here is a look at the finished banner. This is just something really quick and easy to throw together if you want to just add some decor to your home this Halloween season. And those are all of the DIYs that I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed these last minute Halloween decor ideas. If you did, let me know down below which one is your favorite. I have Christmas DIYs coming up very soon, so if you are not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and be sure to come on back very soon. Thank you so much for watching. To subscribe to my channel, you can just click on my picture right here and be sure to check out this video for some more Halloween fun.